Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as the Cree. So we currently have a few little projects on the go. We still have wall chops ready actually, which I really should take advantage of. So I'm going to take a wall chop here in Deity Civ. That'll be about a 200 production chop there, which should help us finish that university in a more reasonable time frame. We also have a wall chop over here. I'm not going to do it yet. And we have a wall chop over here in PSUE Oasis. I don't know how to say these cities' names, so please forgive me if I completely butcher them, which I will almost certainly do. Let's go ahead and get the universities up. We are slowly building our universities. We have almost enough envoys to take this. I will take the suzerainty here, though, because the district buildings getting extra points is actually really, really nice for me here. And I think we'd made the decision that we were going to purchase the Great Artist right now. And that will give me the boost for humanism. I know I was going to wait a turn, but I figured just get it now and get it out of the way sort of thing. So you almost certainly now are ready to chop. And I think so we have reached the point of choppage. That will finish that. And let's go ahead and get to work on the market, because more trade routes is always better. 3 more turns until Magnus is established and we'll be able to chop this city into something reasonable. I think I might chop the food first to try and get the pop up to pop 4, which would let me get a second district, and a theater square right here would be pretty decent. Really, most of my cities just exist to produce for more science and stuff like that. Okay, there's knights. Now there is a boost somewhere for getting a kill with a knight. Let me see where it is. It's probably back here somewhere. Kill a unit with a knight. So I might go ahead. I have a heavy chariot somewhere. So I might promote you and then send you off to go fight on an island and see if I can pick up a kill with you. And hopefully we can pick that up in a I guess the sound just cut out. And hopefully we can pick that up in a reasonable amount of time. We also want to see if we can find a Night Hermine. And here's one. We have a build charge laying around. No, but we're going to have one. So we do want to get that Night Hermine up. We're not going to be able to build an armory, sadly. Building 2 banks might happen. In fact, let's go ahead and get started on a couple of banks, because we will need those. University completed in the capital. It is almost certainly worth it to keep going here. Where am I going to spam build this from? I think it's from Antananarivo, because you've almost finished your stuff, right? You still need to finish your campus. All right, we'll think about that. All right, let's see. All right, we've got an artist, so let's move this out of the capital holding thing. Let's create another. Let's move the artist over there. Move the artist there. Let's create this great work. Let's move it out of the capital. We can sell it later. Move you back into the capital, create a great work. So I want to sell this off as soon as possible. Maybe Australia will take it. Let's have a chat. Australia. How would you like to buy this? You would not be willing to trade for it. What would you be willing to give me? Okay, you would actually give me everything for that, but you don't have enough for me to care. Make a deal? No, you won't take it. You won't pay me for it. You won't pay me for it. Nobody wants this. Oddly. Yeah, nobody wants it, which is kind of upsetting. So we'll have to kind of think about that later. So, let's have a think here. Intelligence agency would give me +1 spy and spy capacity. It's not bad. I could steal money with those guys. Leveraging city-states cost half the gold. Leverage units gain +4 combat strength. That's pretty damn good. And then there's a Grand Master's Chapel, which will allow me to buy land units with faith, fan units with lathe. I think Intelligence Agency is usually the one I go for, and I think it's because it's. I think it's the best one. So we'll go ahead and pick up Intelligence Agency. The builder has been completed. Let's get a mine there. Very good. And let's get in here and harvest this. Nice boost to culture and gold, which means we can now stick down the harbor and get a pretty nice trade route pretty quick. Campus has been completed in here. The Big Ben will have to go down at some point. We do have plenty of chops available for that. Stick a theater square down. There we go. Let's get the library at least. We're making so many of this. Oh, instantly builds a library and a thingy. That's definitely one we want. So I think I'm going to skip that and get it here because the +2 science on universities would be amazing right now. How long until we're in the next era? Wow, we're crushing the medieval era. We're already pushing into Renaissance, and we'll be pushing well past the Renaissance by the time. We'll probably be pushing into industrial era by the time the medieval era is quote unquote over. So next term we can do a harvest towards that. Let's go improve that to give it more production. Let's see a Mequap here. Is that a reasonable move? I think it is. Makes that into a reasonable tile. And a Mequap here. Is that a reasonable move? Yeah, I think that makes that into a reasonable tile as well. Gives the cities a bit more housing too, which is quite nice. We want to wait 2 turns for Magnus for the big old harvest. Granada has been defeated. Looks like Granada's been getting like flipped on and off, and stuff like that. I wish traders would move faster later in the game, because it feels like it takes too long to actually get this whole trade route thing going. 2 great engineer points, and that, let's see. Could we go for some great engineers? We could. I don't think it's worth it. I think we can live without great engineers. They are nice for scientific victories, but I don't think they're required. We do want to make sure that we keep Suzerainty of Stockholm, because they're going to help us out a lot here in this game with regards to earning these critical great people over here. Look at that. That's really nice. Superb. So let's lock these in. We've got some more build charges here. I could put a Mequap right here, and if I kept these... Yeah, I think I've got to put a Mequap right there on that marsh. Although Farm Triangle wouldn't be bad. I think I'll do the Mequap. The Mequap is better, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and purchase these 2 tiles. We have the gold for it. 250 production. 252 production. So we have all told about 500 production here, so we're going to wait. Hold off on that. 1 more turn for Magnus. I should have had Magnus reposition over here, but it's fine. In fact, if I did get Magnus to reposition here, I could get this in 1 chop. And then I could almost certainly get the mausoleum in 1 chop as well. I'll wait 1 more turn and then I'll move Magnus. Maybe 2 turns. We'll see. So you built a Mequap there. Let's do another shop, I think. Hold on. I will build a mine here because that's actually a reasonably good tile that belong to this city. Yeah, that's fine. Well, you don't actually need it because we're going to just chop out those wonders. Oh, we almost have another golden age, which is amazing. Your delegation is most welcome. Now, just due to the nature of the game, we're getting through turns pretty slowly, but I think we're getting through them pretty efficiently, though, is a way that I would maybe describe it. So we just got a Theatre Square Festival in here. That's good. Let's actually get an art museum. Let's have a look at some of these boosts. I'm not going to get the square rigging, the Enlightenment Civic. I will get that. I do want to get to sanitation, which requires urbanization. Okay. Library completed. I may as well grab the granary in here because you do need to grow a little bit. Library completed. Theater square there. Get to work on that. We'll be doing some chopping in you eventually. Let's see, a trade route. Let's trade with the capital. Is that what you need? No. Let's move you over to here so we can trade maybe more internationally. Well, actually, I could have used a trade route over here, maybe. We'll see. Right, there is a thingy finished. A goddamn university. Then you're going to go chop this tile, because this is where I want to put my commercial hub. Build a farm. Harvest the farm. Harvest the deer. That'll give me the library overflow. Hold on, we're not ready to chop these just yet. Well, what if I took that tile? 41 turns. And this tile. Not a bad move, I think. So Hieronymus Bosch, just go to sleep, my friend. I know, didn't Hieronymus Bosch like paint really like weird paintings? No. See, you need to pay me more for that. What you're offering just does not quite cut it. More libraries finishing great, so I'm hoping there'll be even more overflow here.
I saw a bank that said 24-hour banking.
Excellent. Oh no, I did this in the wrong city. Well, I mean, that's fine. But it wasn't what I meant to do. We just got 2 universities out in 1 turn. It feels pretty good to me. And now we can get to work on a theater square. Now you have 1 build charge. It's time to get these guys set up for the later in the game. A Big Ben chop that we're going to be doing. So I think you've basically chopped out everything you need. How many turns until you grow? Oh, you don't quite have enough food. It's unfortunate. There is more chops here later, but let's get Magnus moved over to the city, to Makwa, so that we can chop out 2 wonders here in 5 turns. Okay, nice one. Kotuku Inn and Chichen Itza have been built. Granada's been defeated. More housing is required. City needs food. That's okay. You can live without food for now. I may put a Mikwap here actually to give the city an improvement. Okay, there's banking, and I want to build a bank here. Well, I just want to get 2 banks if I can, really, so that I can get economics boosted. I do want 2 bombards now, so that I can get siege tactics boosted. You built a builder. How fast could you get me a catapult? 15 turns is not fast enough. You could get me a bank pretty quick if I chopped it out. So that's what I'm going to do here. Where else could I get a chopped out bank? Not over here. I don't want to chop over here. I guess I could just chop the iron. I'll boost that city's population. Where do I have a commercial hub that I could chop out? One of them is here. I think the only other one is really over here. Well, I mean, there is here potentially, but there's not really enough forest, and a lot of it overlaps with this. So I think it's going to have to be that I get the bank here in order to get that boost. That's fine. Not quite ready for this. We got 5 turns to wait. You've got 2 build charges. I mean, this city could use another Mequap. McWhappy. Let's head over there. Yep, just keep holding on to your build charges for now while we make the decision. Okay, so we have another trade route here. I would love to trade with Mongolia. I'm going to trade with Kume. Mainly for the trading post so that I can trade more with Mongolia later. Hopefully that works out for me. Alrighty. I'm hoping to beat the game before 200 turns, because that's kind of like, that's what I want to do, man. I want to beat the game before 200 turns. So we have rationalism. Now, unfortunately, not a lot of our cities are over 10 pop, but that can happen pretty easily. So I wish for the fish, no, what I want to do is there a way to see what the, I'd love to have a way to see what the adjacency bonus of a district is. So for example, the campus. Like, I have to go in here and be like, okay, how much are you producing? You're producing 4 science because the library produces 4 science. Wait, do my libraries produce 4 science? Did I get the guy? Why do my libraries produce 4 science? Wait. Why do my libraries produce 4 science? Wait, what? What? Oh, plus 2 science from, Oh, I see. It's from this. Okay. Makes sense. So this campus is a plus 6 adjacency. Like, if I look around, how many cities is applied to? It actually apply to most of my cities would get a 50% boost in science from campus adjacency. I think. Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk to the hand. I think we're done with limes, and we're about to, like, it's about to be obsolete anyway. And let's grab rationalism. Trade Confederation will be really nice, but I think I'm getting more out of aesthetics and natural philosophy, so I don't want to get rid of it. So there's a little bit of science out of rationalism. Let's have a look. So you're not getting the bonus. You're getting the bonus. You're not getting the bonus. So it demands. It demands that it be a plus 3 base bonus, and it does not count any multipliers that are applied. That makes it less good. A lot less good. That it works that way, because a lot of my campuses don't have the adjacency required, so I might actually slot out rationalism. We're figuring out the game. We're learning how the mechanics work more in depth. So we're never going to get civil engineering, the boost for it at least, or for nationalism. So we may as well just bite the bullet and hard research them, as expensive as they are. Now, the Statue of Liberty, don't think we're going to bother. But we will move towards public works, because that's an improvement. And civil engineering simplifies our lives a lot. Okay, there's another great writer. Where is my nearest theater square with an open spot? All the way over there? Yeah, okay, teleport. Boop. So when does this deal run out? In Guitarja in 9 turns. Okay. Let's have a look. Right, we finished the monument in here. Let's get the bank. We will need a chop to finish that bank. You are also building a bank. I'm not going to chop the niter. I want to build a niter mine because I want rifling. There it is, rifling. Chop, chop, chop. I will potentially chop a couple of these though, because I just need to get there pretty soon. I don't need to get right to economics, but sort of on the way there is fine. I may purchase a couple bombards too. Okay, monument completed in the city. Let's get the granary. Go there. Getting through turns is a bit tough right now. Let's put you guys to sleep. We're waiting for Magnus. Okay, we will build a mequap here. Mix that into a beast tile. Lock that in. And sure enough, we may as well put farms there too. That seems reasonable. We'll go to the next turn. Yeah, so I feel like our turns take a while to get through, but each turn, I feel like it's ram-packed with, you know, interesting decisions and discussions on the potential directions that we could take this game. Okay, here's Isaac Newton. This is one of the scientists that I very dearly wanted. Now, James Young is one I could live without, but I will probably pick him up anyway. He's very expensive because I think he's ahead of time. So I don't want to use you yet, but I do want to remember you. And I think I was going to do this over here. So let's transfer you over to Kino. We finished the harbor. Let's quickly grab the lighthouse. We don't quite need the archaeological museum just yet, but soon we may. Now, the 100% theater square buildings policy, where was that one? Yeah, okay. 50% of house. These cards are not as good, so that will slow down our game a little bit. Why aren't you growing? I am confused. We'll lock this in for now. Why don't you run up here and help that city out? This was where I was going to put my theater square. But instead I could just plop it over here. And it should be just as good. Although I will miss out on an adjacency bonus here. Ah, damn, why did I build this goddamn mequap here? Only to crush it next turn. Is it worth it to crush it? It would bring this campus up to the point where it would get multiplied when we finish it. It would get multiplied by the rationalism policy. Yeah, it's worth it. Damn it.
As a young boy,
Just wasted a build charge. Not the end of the world, but a waste. I wasn't thinking. Kind of acted on instinct there. Okay. So you have a few build charges here. Is it worth it here to drop a couple chops? Yeah, but I need to be mindful that I will also want to chop out a... Oh, I should really improve these, so... If I chop once, and then improve the salt, that should actually get it up pretty reasonably quick. Okay, I will throw a couple of farms in here. I'm not entirely against farms. I usually skip out on farms, but I'm not entirely against it, because this will give... You know, if I put a mequap here as well, this will give me some pretty good tiles here to work. When it comes to the end game for this. I think this might be the city where we will be building the thing. Spaceport, potentially. Okay, mercantilism is done. Plus 4 gold from trade routes. Okay, camps and pastures receive boosts. Okay, so city has reached 10 population. Let's move here and get the library and university up. That give me plus 30 science. Need to start thinking about my culture. My culture is starting to fall behind. We're in a good position, but it's not enough culture. I would like to be up somewhere around the 250 culture mark soon. So let's start grabbing some monuments and prioritizing that a little bit. Let's chop out that. I will slap down the commercial hub. We won't quite build it yet. Let's get an archaeological museum in here as well. More culture is better. Let's create another Tale of Genji. So I won't be selling off so many of my great works now. I mean, I still will sell them off if I can get a really, really good deal, but less selling than there was previously. Also, who did I get a cultural alliance with? Because I want to trade with whoever I got a cultural alliance with. Did I even get one? Economic, military, research, religion. So I don't have a cultural alliance. Cultural alliance would actually... I think cultural alliance might be better, so I could do trade routes and get culture from them. So I might switch up my relationships there in a little bit. Okay, so I want to go up to 6 points here. But I also want to be suzerain, so I'm going to push all the way up to Stockholm. So now I should be earning even more science if I go in here and tap on this. Here we go, 246 science. That's a really, really good number to be at this point in the game. Now, you've got 2 build charges, so I think the smart thing to do here is probably improve these mines. Give this city the production that it needs to keep pushing away. Put a farm there, and then finally the Miquap on that tile will do the trick. I do have trade routes available. Put some mines down. There we go. Give this city something to work, something reasonable. We'll go to the next turn. Your mastery of creation secrets is the envy of my people. So she's actually finally starting to warm up to us because we're making so much science. You can see here, I'm well on my way to a victory. I'm making almost 25% more science than Korea at this point. So medieval era ends pretty soon, but we're already almost done with the Renaissance. Like, we've only got a few turns left in here, realistically. Korea's a little bit ahead, but that's just because she likes to beeline. That's fine, we're not beelining too much. Okay, lighthouse completed in here. What district do we get next in here? I don't think there's a district that really helps me win the game, so I'm not going to bother. What I will do is I will quickly purchase a trader. Just to give this city something to do. And then I will... Hopefully she will stop denouncing me. What if I sent her a gift? Here, have some salt. And hopefully that will improve our relationship a little bit. And she might be less likely to instantly denounce me next time. Okay, we got the trade route in here. Let's go ahead and grab... Am I going to be getting another artist soon? I'm getting one in about 20 turns, so this makes sense to go for one more art museum rather than archaeological museum. Okay, a commercial hub wouldn't be terrible. Let's take this tile and put a commercial hub on it. We're not going to build it right now, but we just want to get it placed. So right now I'm more worried about my thingy, but plus 11 science from a university seems really, really good. It's basically a research lab in the it's basically a late game. It's basically a research lab, but it's only turn 114. I do need a little bit more things. Magnus is finally established here, so I can harvest the horses. There's the Kilwa. That'll give me +3 envoys, and it'll make it easier for me to keep pushing on the campus, or not the, sorry, the scientific city-state thing. But mostly for the 3 envoys. There's a secondary bonus where the city gets an extra boost, but this city doesn't even have a campus, so that's not really a big deal. So the next most important thing is to grab the mausoleum. And then harvest for that. Now, this isn't, like, this is not normal gameplay. Like, you shouldn't be able to harvest strategic resources. I didn't actually know that was a part of the mod. Had I known that was a part of the mod, I wouldn't have actually done the mod. But since it is a part of the mod, I figured, why not just play with it? So there's metal casting. We should have gotten a free admiral out of that somewhere. But yeah, we just got 2 wonders for the price of 1. Thanks to the old Magnus establishing the old chop chop chop. Alrighty. Now, what is our next move in this city? Well, I think we could get a really nice campus in here. No, probably not a really nice campus. Probably best bet to get a theater square here, maybe? Not a very good campus available. So what I will do instead... Maybe I could just grab an industrial zone? Just for the great engineer points? Would that be bad? Would that be terrible? Could also just grab an encampment, could grab a holy site. Could just spam out builders with all this overflow production. I guess I could spam builders from this city. Yeah. Reassign Liang to Makwa. Okay. And then just spam builders from here. Then, Magnus, where are you going next? Well, I guess you could head you back down to PP Kisses. And that would give this city needs even more chops. So let's go to PP Kisses. Very nice. And let's choose our research. That definitely guaranteed us another golden age, which is A-okay with me. So it's almost time to grab economics. Let's go ahead up to scientific theory. Let's grab industrialization for the production throughout our empire, because we do have a decent number of mines. And we have a bunch of envoys here. I'm going to hold on to these, because I'm not quite going for banks, so 3 envoys is just enough in Antioch for me. We'll need to chop out this bank, though. Probably will chop the stone. I think that seems like the most reasonable move. Okay, 9 turns in the medieval era. Why don't you come down there to help that city out? You have 1 build charge. Go stand on chop tiles. And you go stand on chop tiles as well. We just finished the intelligence agency, and I think that's a pretty good moment to end this episode. I want to thank you guys very much. For watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, though, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.